And Ashley looks at me and goes, "What's wrong?" And he did too, because you could see it. Like you could see it on me. Like I was like, "Oh, I just fucked this whole thing up." You know, it never gets easier for me. Every time I'm sitting here getting ready to introduce this, I am so freaking nervous. It's like I got like butterflies, and I'm like, "All right, hey guys, what's going on?" And welcome back to the Boothe. Episode 5, we have made it, and today we've got the full gang. What's up?
It's episode 6.
Oh fuck, it's episode 6. I have it written right here. It's a good thing.
Episode 6.
Yes, episode 6.
We've only had 5 guests.
And with me, wait, should I just run it back?
Yeah, run it back.
Yeah, let me run it back. Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to episode 6 of the Boothe. I am your host, CJ, and with me today, we've got the full gang, starting off with Justin Bofshever. You don't want to say anything?
Thank you, guys. I forgot that not everyone is watching our live video here, so I do have to talk on the podcast. I'm just so used to the shot.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And then we got Matt Barran.
How you guys doing?
Yes, sir. How you guys feeling? How do you guys feel?
Feeling absolutely amazing and blessed as always to be talking to you guys and on the podcast today.
We got some really good energy going here this morning, so I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the boys are.
What have you guys been up to though since the last episodes?
Man, just today in particular, like Kayla and I got up early. I want to say alarm set at 5:45, and
I know you sent me a Snapchat.
We went over to the beach, Deerfield Beach. Shout out to the locals, and we got there. It was still dark. Sun rose at like 7:15. I say it started getting light around 7. It was just beautiful though.
Really,
like, the energy. We brought our dog Bailey. She's running around having a great time, and a little cloudy, but just starting your day off right, like getting up early, just kind of manifesting things in the morning, and like starting your day off right with people you love and just like good energy. Like there's no way better to start your day.
Yeah. You do yoga, or like what was like, why did you go to the beach? What was the intentions?
So, I mean, Kayla is the yoga guru.
Yes.
So we do go to the beach, and pretty much every day, not go to the beach, but we do yoga. We went to the beach the other day in the morning, sunrise yoga. This morning we didn't do the yoga, but it was just really good to be out there.
Yeah.
Did you take your cold shower this morning?
So I missed the cold shower, boys. I didn't even shower. I'm so gross being here this morning.
It's all good.
I went to the beach. Actually, I was about to jump in the water. I was going to do like a cold water.
Ocean water dive.
Not really cold, but you know, and I mean, I don't want to like turn myself in, but like I didn't pay for parking. And as I was about to run in the water, the cop was coming by the car and I saw him. So I sprinted. And he's like, "You didn't pay for parking." And I kind of like, I didn't really know if you had to pay or not. So if anyone does want to know, pay for parking starts at 6 a.m. at Deerfield. I didn't get the ticket, but I had to leave, and I didn't get to go in the water.
All right. Well, thank you for the info.
Yeah, that's how was your guys' morning? You guys do anything cool?
Me, I was just, I was editing the last podcast that you guys just saw.
Nice.
There you go.
And, but other than that, I mean, I don't really got... Everything's the same for me. Just grinding, putting on my grind, working on my YouTube. My YouTube's been good, and we're getting ready to drop the clothing brand. So that's pretty exciting.
Exciting.
I went to my grandmother's house, and we set up one of her rooms because she's gonna sew. Shout out to my grandmother. She's a G.
There you go.
Yeah. So we set up a room, and she's gonna start getting sewing on all the tags. And then we're gonna drop the half and half soon, because now that we finally got that set up, we're gonna start ordering half and halves, have her sew it, and
Have they released? So they haven't released yet?
No, I haven't released it yet. As of this episode,
You ever
seeing it, I haven't released it. No,
so has people seen the stuff? Is the hat blurred out right now?
No, the hat's not blurred out. I'm throwing it out. I want people to get ready. I want people to see it, start getting excited.
Okay.
It's not like I have much of a following yet, so it's not like, you know, the whole release date thing for now is not really, you know, that important to like hide until release date. But for now, at least, I'd like to just start showing it, people wanting it. So when I finally do release it, I want to sell out on everything immediately. That's the goal.
And is this going to be on your website?
Yeah. So I'm going to be dropping it on the website, which, maybe, I don't really know. I depending on how quickly I can get everything moving right now, maybe it will be out by the time this episode comes out. Maybe not. So check the link if you're interested, description, and the link might be down there. We'll see. I don't know yet.
Have you gotten into I don't remember if we touched on what happened with the brand.
Yeah, we did with
a good point.
Nico's episode.
Yeah, we
Oh
did.
wait, no, that was on his podcast that I did.
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
You should tell them a little bit about like your brand and
Because that's something to dive into a little, just for if the viewers are listening, because they may be confused. CJ did have another clothing line previously. Mm-hmm. Do you want to touch in on that?
Yeah, we could touch in on it, and it's crazy actually because Bofshever also has the same thing going on.
Maybe other people might be going on.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I honestly, if any of you guys out there are thinking about starting a clothing brand, I would have to say make sure to check the trademarks because it is like I went and spent like I don't know like $5,000 on all this stuff for my previous clothing brand, which Matt is wearing. You want to show him? It was Dunny. It was called Dunny. Turns out there's a company out there called iRobot. And they have a little figurine toy called Dunny, and it's like Devil Bunny. And they trademarked it for everything, so I couldn't do it. So that's like $5,000 that like pretty much went. I made like we sold out a lot of stuff the same day. We sold a lot of stuff, so I did make back like $2,000. So I'm really only down like $3,000.
Oh, you didn't break even?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, you probably could. If you kept promoting it, but you didn't want to keep promoting it, you know?
Well, the thing was that, and I'm not going to put any names out, but we had some kind of big people wearing it with like millions of followers on Instagram down in Miami.
Yeah.
They loved the hoodie. So it's just like when I saw like, wow, famous people are actually wanting to wear my stuff, I was like, I got to cut this because if they find out, if iRobot gets to it, and like, because they're famous. So like if it somehow gets to iRobot. And,
which it probably would.
Yeah, it probably would. I don't want to, it's a big ass company. I'm not trying to deal with that. Like they're like international. They're on, they're on the stock market. They're like their stock's public. Like, or the company, it's just like not.
Yeah,
worth it,
you wouldn't want to mess with them.
And then I don't think you sunk that much money into it, right?
So my business partner and I, Nick Flanders.
Shout out.
Shout out.
When we were rooming back. I want to say when we were in Canada.
Yep.
No, I think might have been before. Whatever. I don't need to get the whole details. We started South Florida Street Ducks, which is like the rollerblading posse down here.
Yes,
but,
sir.
We've done like 4 merch drops. We've gone through a couple things in the beginning, like hoops we had to jump through, similar to you, where we kind of checked everything, like fact checked it.
Yeah.
There is another clothing company called Street Ducks. It is a very similar thing. We went through a process there. There's no bad blood, but we are kind of looking to probably, I don't know, we are probably going to have to find something different in the name probably, just to be able to promote it more.
Have you ever like thought about what you're thinking about doing or?
It's hard. We've bounced ideas around. We want to stay true to like what we are, which is like getting all the boys together and getting out and like just kind of having a great time. And so we want to stay true to that, but we do have a lot of other designs and logos and things we want to do. So, it might be something similar where we got the different characters or something.
Yep.
We're working on things. We were working on a couple of big things with Street Ducks when this was all happening. So we got a couple of things to go from there. Mm-hmm. But it's a process. It's a learning experience like everything in life. And something for the viewers to, like you said, if you're looking to start a clothing brand, if you're looking to start a business, if you're looking to start anything, make sure you fact check. Make sure you
do the research.
Check the boxes off in the beginning. Get your checklist, and then start going. That way, you don't get super invested, and then you have to take a couple of steps back.
Exactly, especially if you don't, if you're running on your last dimes to like take a real big shot. Make sure you do the research.
But sorry, I was gonna ask, are you guys like excited to start over though?
Oh my gosh.
Because is it like a new experience? Like obviously it's a new experience for you to like start from scratch, but
and you talked about this earlier. I do find in my life that everything that happens for a reason.
100%.
Everything. And like Dunny was really cool. But like it was a great name. But at the same time, my new name, which is Knox, which is not as like, it doesn't roll off the tongue as much, but I think it's more true to who I am.
Yeah.
And like I wanted it to be that like instead of this is like a clothing brand like a Gucci or like trying to aim for that, I want it to be an artist brand. Yeah. So like Cause and like Bear Brick and like doing all these different kind of like Banksy's. He has like his paintings, but he has some clothing. So it's like the I don't know how to describe it, but I would say like if you had a tunnel, the tunnel kind of opened up to this whole landscape now.
Yeah, for sure. It opened up like a new audience kind of.
Pretty much, exactly.
To the same point, like we we are and were a hockey kind of market. Like it was mainly like junior hockey players, you know. But we both have aspirations to get in that kind of streetwear fashion, you know, where you can make just like fashionable clothes.
Yep.
And how do you do that? I mean, now you see the NHL and they're able to kind of dress cool within the bubble. If you're keeping up to date with that, they're not wearing suits as much anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a big suit guy, but
Me too.
that's besides the point. It just opens up a new market, and it's to the same point. Everything happens for a reason. And as a kid, or as a younger kid, that was hard to believe when you're going through stuff. Like, you say it, everything happens for a reason, but you don't really firmly believe it.
Yeah.
But growing up, like, I don't know, in my life, everything's been playing out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those things that caused so much problem 5, 6, 8 years ago played out. Those things that are causing problems with our brands are going to play out.
Yep.
It's all part of the plan and the story. You just kind of enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's
That's probably
all
good.
part of the process.
That's probably good
Exactly.
for you guys because like now you're able to step in a new direction and actually progress
Yeah.
it. You know, cause
Exactly.
If you're trying to get out of the like not hockey world, but like trying to like
just open
it
the
up exactly.
market.
Yeah,
It's like what you said in like the David Israel episode.
Great episode.
Which was, yes, great episode. Make sure to go check it out.
Yeah.
In that episode, you had brought up about how instead of looking at it like, because he brought up in hockey, he said that every player hits a wall. But you looked at it differently. It's like you had said that
It's like
you
a door.
doors.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, if this door doesn't open, you know, you go find a different door and that door might open. And you might actually like what's behind that door better than what was going to be behind the other door,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
So,
And to that point, which is a great thing to bring up, a lot of people, I feel like, even if they are perceiving it as a door, they might be, like you said, trying to put their key into the wrong door.
Yep.
Like, you might want something for the wrong reasons, and that might be why it's not playing out for you. You might think you want things or need things, I should say, but those needs really just might be materialistic wants, and that's why you're not getting what you're after. I'm sure there's more to it, but I'm not saying give up on what you're trying, but reevaluate what you are defining your life to, and then find what door or wall or whatever it is you need to not even get through, just like, I guess, be at and go through it and get to the next chapter. So go through it. It's an open door.
So what's going on with you, Matt, though? Like,
You've been talkative today too. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
but
I gotta
like
step it up since last time I didn't do much talking.
What happened with the day trading? Have you dived into that? Have you started to figure out if you like that more? Or?
Yeah, actually, I'm very interested in that. I think I could turn that into like a career eventually, but I definitely got to learn a lot more and make more money first because it costs money to make money. But
it does in the stock market, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been doing that, learning how to do that, and just following my actual portfolio, just seeing the progressions from the things that I have already in there.
Yeah. All right, cool.
That's cool. So did you just learn trading? I'm so novice at day trading,
Stock market.
or stock market talk, or whatever you want to get into.
Yeah, honestly, like I started learning, not like day trading, but just learning about the market back in November because CJ was telling me about it, and he was like, "This is a great way to start like making money, just passive income," and then he started learning about dividends, and you weren't too keen on dividends, but now like
I was, and then I wasn't, then I was, and I wasn't. Then VJ really got me into it.
So now like we got to get him on the podcast.
Yes, we
because,
do have
like,
to get
he's
him
a
on the
great
podcast.
person to have on the podcast. I feel like he'll definitely give us some knowledge, especially if you want to get into that kind of stuff.
And
like,
who
he
is
could
this?
definitely teach you.
It's my like one of my boys. It's his cousin, and he's like he heavily invests in like dividend stocks and like so.
But yeah, I've been learning about that, and then just learning in general. Like it's a market that you have to understand, because if you're putting your money into something, you got to understand what you're putting your money into. So just been learning about that, and just now we're here.
And not rushing it, I would assume.
Yeah, not rushing it, just taking my time, watching the stocks. I have a friend that is just watching the stocks, not even putting his money into it. He's been watching it for a couple months now.
Yep.
But I feel like it's definitely good to get your feet wet and just start, you know.
100%.
I would agree. And don't they have some kind of like training ones where you like not investing real money in the stocks?
Yeah.
I'm learning how to paper trade. So they have like a thing where you could start off with $100,000, which I'm not gonna be using the $100,000. I'll probably be using exact money that I'm making. This way I have a reference
that's a
point.
good idea.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, because otherwise then you're just using fake money.
Yeah,
how am I gonna make money with?
Where can our viewers, if they want to do that, where can they go to do that?
They could go to TD Ameritrade, the Thinkorswim platform.
Oh, and they have paper trading?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's a free advertisement.
Yeah, it is. We'll send you an invoice. We'll send you an invoice.
That's real life stuff.
I don't get paid to say that. But yeah.
He doesn't even get paid to sit here, and we still get him here.
Yeah.
There we go. I had to wake up early this morning and come on the podcast, but I'm excited to be here. So.
Yeah. Okay. Man, I can't believe we're on episode 6.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's been going quick. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like we just started, but honestly,
We're one episode away from like where people usually stop. Episode 7.
but that's not happening anytime
That's
soon.
not happening.
Anytime soon. Anytime
But
soon.
it's been a great
Start.
couple months here, and
Yeah.
like, some really cool guests. We've heard some awesome stories, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we can clip to some of those. I don't know if I look stupid right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've met a lot of cool people, and I would say like, I don't know. I think I took away a lot. I'm sure our viewers did.
I definitely took away a lot. Like, just having those experiences, meeting new people, making new connections. Like,
Yeah.
it's awesome to see people just thriving in their own worlds and just doing their own things and just making the
chasing
best of their
dreams.
lives.
Yeah, exactly. It's always great when you get to see like you're saying, people not even chasing their dreams, like living their dreams. Because I think that's
Exactly.
better than chasing your dreams.
100%.
Living your dreams is you being there. Chasing your dreams, I almost think, is people never like it's thinking that one day you'll be successful and happy when you're not just happy living.
Yep. You know, it's actually there's a YouTuber that I watch. His name's Aaron Dowdy. And he talks about how when he phrases things when he's manifesting, he never says, he's always trying to make sure he stays away from seeming like he's chasing it. He always likes to make it seem like he already has it. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's not that, so it can sound dumb to people that really don't practice this yet, but it's like, instead of saying, I want a Lamborghini, you say like, I have a Lamborghini, like in your head.
And
like
like,
and you do that a
picture
lot.
it.
And picture
I do
it.
that a lot, yeah.
Picture it and like
Yes.
really see it
Exactly.
vividly.
Like I want a Lamborghini.
You correct me on that all the time too, because I
correct
say
everyone on that. Yeah,
I
it's
love
like
it
a
though.
big
That's
pet peeve.
that's like
Yeah.
because you know what you want.
Yeah.
So
So it's like just like always like trying to like frame that thought like into like, no, it's mine.
Yeah.
It's mine. Like I have that. It's just not the time now. Like, but my time is coming.
Definitely.
It's going to be there, just maybe not at the moment. So it's like my sister used to have a Camaro, a black Camaro, and I remember, I still do this to this day, but this car especially, like the way the back kind of like flared out, it kind of flared like a Lamborghini a little bit when you're
Yeah.
looking in the mirror.
Okay.
And like I would be looking in the mirror, and the mirror kind of has like the jag, and it's like really cool, like a Lambo, and I'd picture myself driving a Lamborghini, and like every time I got in that car, it's like I felt like I was in a Lambo. Mm-hmm. So that Lambo is coming. It's coming.
That's awesome point of view, and I just want to say like shout out to my pops because he always says to have that mindset.
Yeah.
But to that point, I would say when you sat in that car and like you're saying you felt like you were in a Lamborghini, like it's because you were perceiving it, you were visualizing that. So in a sense, you already were and are driving that Lamborghini. You don't necessarily need the materialistic one to like define that to other people.
Yeah.
Like when you sit in your car, like I drive my grandpa's 02 Toyota RAV4. You know, it's got its problems. I'm not saying I don't want a new car, but when I sit in that, I don't feel like I'm driving that. I don't care what other people see. I feel like I'm just driving, like I'm just going, like
You're just enjoying yourself,
so
having a good time.
I like the vision there, and I would say keep your mind open to like not wanting to get that car, but
like
that
Ferraris and Bentleys too.
Yeah, but you are already you are already in a sense living and driving that car, living in that mansion. If you see it, you don't need the materialistic.
It's like I'm getting the emotions that I were to get if I was in the Lamborghini. I'm already having it.
I guess better put, that Lamborghini shouldn't define you being happy.
Yeah.
Like you should still be happy and satisfied in whatever you're in if you can feel it.
Yeah, and actually, I do want to talk about. We did talk about in the past episodes of the whole like definition of success.
Yeah.
And you did ask. I think it was one question where does money like? Didn't you ask something about money with somebody, or was it in our first episode?
No, it was. I think so.
Yeah. Like can money buy happiness?
Okay, yeah. Can money buy
define
happiness?
That's probably a big question in
Yes.
the world.
So-
I think that's an ongoing question for anyone.
Yeah.
Can money
buy happiness.
buy, or I would say
Define.
better put, should having money define your happiness?
Yes. Now, I didn't answer. At the time, I kind of gave a generic answer, something that I kind of felt like would fit this what's going on here.
Okay.
And I did want to touch back on that really quick because that's not honestly how I truly feel about it.
Oh, let's hear it.
So I don't believe that having money will accumulate to having to happiness.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like having money can give you the ability to find your happiness, you know?
Yeah.
In this world, I think that a lot of people, 100%, they can be happy without it. But at the same time, and this is the way I've always been growing up. And I know it's maybe not the healthiest, but for me personally, it's like, if I'm depressed but I have money, I can hire a therapist. If I'm depressed and I have money, I can use that money to take off whatever I'm doing. Like if I'm working a shitty job that I don't like, I can quit that job and then use the money that I have to go find my passion, And in this world, without it, I feel like that's so hard to do.
I agree with,
right.
I don't want to say I agree, but I understand what you're saying completely. And I can argue both sides of it because this is how I get with that situation. And this is what I mean. Like I want a guru to come on here one day and enlighten us. But like you're saying, to live in this world, in this day of age, you need money. You want to have a house or you need to have a place to live. You need food. You need some kind of transportation, and you need if you need medical stuff, I don't know. But you need some sort of necessities, even like bare necessities, and that costs money. Unless you're able to live off the land in a civilization that everyone else is living off the land and you're totally okay and at peace with that. Yeah. I think it's hard, to be like a monk. I think it's hard to truly accept that mindset where money can't help and buy your happiness.
Yeah, there's definitely ways to go about it, like different ways to live your life. If you want to move to a different country and go to like Bali or something and live at a cheaper rate, then you could do that. But I feel like if you want to live in the United States and actually have a good life per se, then you need money.
The way I see it, it's like the chances, like if you look at the odds, I feel like, yes, and people would turn around and say, yeah, well, there's just as many people in mansions that are depressed, that are killing themselves and this and that.
Well,
right?
yeah.
But I feel like, if you go to the trailer parks and go look at like all those kind of people that, didn't necessarily make the right choices, not that they're not living the life that, not living a fulfilling life, they could still find it in a trailer park. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with living in a trailer park. But what I'm saying is that I feel like those people, they have to grind every day to make the next penny, to put it on. So when is your time to really to relax?
Yeah.
It's so tough.
I think maybe the mix up, and this is just like speculation, is the question in general, does money define happiness? Because I don't think they go together. Maybe we can't base our happiness in the sense off the money. So it's all got to be mindset, I would say then. So yes, you can have someone in the slums with nothing and they're miserable, and you can have someone in a mansion with everything who's miserable. Yeah. And yes, you can have vice versa where both are super happy. I would say though, I think might be, to your point, easier when you have money to live in the materialistic world and be able to keep going and keep going through your days. But does that really make you happy? Or is that prolonging your depression and just getting you by, which is a cooler topic? But I think it might be easier when you have nothing to find that mentality of I don't need anything to be happy.
But do you think when you find that mentality of I don't need anything to be happy, that it's like a cop-out?
That's the hard part, because that's where I feel like if you're living like with a community
Yeah.
off the land, and that's what you do, then you really don't need anything else. Because I
Yeah.
do feel like that's what we were wired to do. Like
Yeah.
when we were evolving, like that's where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like I'm saying, now and day, like when you're living in society and you want to live in an apartment, or you want to eat food, or you want to whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
you do need money. So I have to work a 30 to 40 hour work week to be able to eat, sleep, and get around.
Yeah.
I don't really go out or do that other stuff.
Sorry. That was my share.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh my God.
Go ahead. So
That's awesome.
What were you saying again? You don't need.
I don't.
Okay.
You don't. I don't really go out and like I used to like make my money, and like I said, I would buy like Gucci flops or buy like all.
Yeah.
I want to show off, but now I just buy my necessities, and it's still hard to get by. So I think
Maybe the question is then for people on this subject is where does your happiness
Stem from?
I guess. Yeah, in a way. Because
Yeah.
like for me, what makes me so super happy, besides inspiring people, because that's like my number one thing. If someone can go
awesome.
like, see, because of CJ was the reason I took a step in this direction, I'm like, wow. Like I help somebody like chase their dreams. There is nothing that can give me that kind of like feeling. Anything. There's no amount of money, no amount of anything could ever give me that, like what I feel in that moment.
helping other people like
I just love that. Like, it, bro, even thinking about it right now, like makes me like emotional. Like it just like, I feel so good. But like, for me, it's like, besides all that, I love seeing like my family like having a good time. I love seeing like, so like going, like being able to take a trip to like Universal or Disney and bring my whole family along and seeing their enjoyment.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
seeing,
That's what I love too. Like,
and it's materialistic.
It is.
yeah.
But I think it's materialistic, but it gives you the opportunity to build that real connection with like your family
Yeah.
or friends or whoever you're going with. Like, yes, you are going in a materialistic way, but because of the society we live in and the blinders that everyone have on, you need that in a
Yeah.
sense without just like totally like awakening people and changing everything.
Yeah.
You need to have that material. You need to have to go somewhere to give something to build a connection. Not a need, but it does enhance it and it does help.
Yeah.
I would say that's a good point.
But we can run on this topic forever. That's like
yeah.
a never.
That's a topic that it's just a philosophy
Yeah.
question. Like
Yeah.
that's like the meaning of life, but it's just like it. It's like it's just a question that like everything
Yeah.
is perspective.
And there's
to
no wrong answer
anyone's
with that question,
Yes,
so I
it's
like it a lot.
someone's opinion. Everything is just someone else's opinion in life
Yeah.
because we're all viewing. You know, it's kind of crazy. Like you ever see, it's like, well, how do I know if we're all looking at the same color right now? Like, is this all?
Yes.
Is this
Yeah,
red?
that's
the same
crazy.
red
Never thought about that.
And we'll never ever know.
I hate that feeling. Yeah,
But
I know what you're talking about.
But that's the same way.
Yeah.
That everyone looks at everything. So like next time, like I challenge you
Wow.
guys and everyone listening, and myself included. Next time you're in the line at like Starbucks or you're wherever you're at, like if you're going through something, but someone else, like let's say someone cuts in front of you, like that's a bad example. Let's say someone else you can tell is like they don't hold the door for you or something
Yeah.
happens. Just know, like, yeah, maybe they are an asshole, but just know they are viewing their own life and they're going through their whole own story. Like they don't know your story view. Like we're all in our own story mode.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's cool. Like live your life. Like you're your own kind of life, but accept other people and accept what they're going through. Like try to stay open. Like I'm trying to be so open nowadays when like if someone did something, like if you guys did something I didn't like in the past, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Or something like that. And now it's like, hey, wait, maybe they're doing that for a reason.
Yeah.
And like maybe it's not up to me to like get mad at them for doing that because maybe there's a real reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of like broad example, but I
No,
just
it's a
mean
good
in
example.
general in life.
Yeah.
Like, just stay open to the fact that it is your world, like you're in your own mind and you're going through your own things, but so is everyone else, and
Yeah.
their main character as well. So like stop hating people. Like
Yeah,
everyone stop being
seriously.
so mad at each other. Like everyone is just trying to be happy in their own way, and like
Yeah.
I feel like if everyone just like opened up to that thought, like, oh, we're all trying for the same common goal in a sense. You don't have to be such a competition and like I don't know, like just open your mind.
Yeah, just like our last guest.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. How was that?
Well,
Which guest?
all of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, all of them. Yeah, I didn't know if you were being specific to our last one in general. But,
Oh, no. I meant like any of our last guests. I mean,
Yeah, I think we can all build off something that, like, take away something from each one of them. I don't know if you guys have something that you can specifically go off of, but, like, I would say we had 4 really good guests on here. Like, can you guys take away something, like one thing?
yeah, honestly, what I've taken away from each one of them is that each one of them are on their grind.
Yeah.
They're putting in the time, and, OG Stever, he got a little taste of like what it could be like, and it's made him crave more. And it took him 4 years to like get to that point,
Which is
like
insane.
David, like hearing his story and like how he battled from going to Toronto and then to like AA hockey. Like if that happened to me, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck is going on here? Like, this is some bullshit.
And that guy is still out here playing,
Yes.
teaching, going to school, educating himself and others. Like, Stevie has like you said, he hustled for 4 years. He was putting out music, and and now he got a couple big blown up songs. He has an audience, and that kid seems so humble, sitting like right where I was sitting. I feel honored.
Yeah,
but
and if you look at like Nico,
my
bro,
God.
Nico's on his grind. Shout out to Nico Blashman.
Yeah,
He is a
shout out.
beauty. He is right now over in Fort Myers with Zach
Training,
Solo.
yep.
Yeah, and he's trying to get his first year playing pro.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, even though he technically played, they call it semi-pro, but he played pro.
Major juniors.
Yeah, major
Yeah.
juniors. But like this will technically be like his first like real pro season.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Zach Solo, a great guy too. Now that you
yeah,
mentioned
beauty
him.
also.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zach Solo. And then seeing double.
Yeah.
And like their time was very, very like they learning their story. Apparently they like DJing for forever.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
which I didn't know.
Yeah, me neither, because I've known them for a very long time. And it's just like they started about, I don't know, a year ago, and they've already like they're starting to perform at clubs. They're
Yeah.
about to drop some of their own music that's on fire.
They have some amazing YouTube videos. Like,
Yes.
I don't know if other people ever just need like background music. Like, not saying they're background music, but if you're doing like work or editing, anything you're doing, if you need music on and you want to watch a visual, great visuals, great like music. Like,
Click link in the description to
Seriously.
go to that podcast, and all of the stuff will be there for all of theirs. But yeah, it's just like seeing all these guys hustle, and no matter how much time it takes, they're willing to stick it for the long run. It's
Yeah.
like I remember seeing this picture where it's like you see like a guy like mining like underground. You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about? And the
We'll pull-
minute
yeah.
they're about to get I'll pull it up. And the minute they're about to get to the gold, they turn around and they walk away.
yeah.
And it's like, but then you got one other guy that like finally cracks that last piece. Because that's how it is in life. It's just like you keep trying and trying and trying, and then all of a sudden, it's like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It turns up, and it's like, and it's not even just like a little like up. It's like a whoo, just like this huge
Crazy.
launch.
It is crazy.
And it feels like it comes out of nowhere, but it's like putting in that like effort over and over and over and over again.
And I would say the effort also would translate to the energy and the manifesting and
Yep.
the just believing in it. And that's where you get it. And in that picture, correct me if I'm wrong, the one guy stopped because the guy below him found the diamonds. And he was found. So the picture I've seen,
Yeah.
and if we've seen different pictures, let's put them both
We'll put
up.
both up, yeah.
But the one I saw is there's a guy on the top and a guy on the bottom.
I've seen
And
that on
they're-
Instagram,
They're
I
both
think.
digging, just same thing. One of them has dug and took one diamond. I don't know if we're the same one, but he has one diamond. The guy above him sees that.
I remember.
And he turned around to go below to the guy who found the diamond to go dig where the guy was digging.
Oh,
But the guy who left, he was one dig away from all of the diamonds. And he went off his path because someone else had success. And he was like, oh, I got to go to that guy's success. That's where it is. And he left his own path, which had a bigger amount of diamonds.
Oh, that's a cool picture. No, I haven't seen that
Yeah.
one yet.
There.
I like that. Yeah. They'll be up there. But
Yeah.
that's really that's a cool picture.
But it's never giving up.
Yeah.
It's staying on. It's not. What I love about this podcast too is like you've met 4 great guests. You're going to continue to meet more and more great guests. You
Yeah.
got 3 great people right here. Story after story, you find things you can relate to, and just perseverance, and it's just a nonstop like grind and never giving up.
Yep.
But it's everyone's own path. Not one person here can give you a book and we can be like, yep, that's the same way I found success.
Yep.
So just stay on your own grind and also be open in the same point that we all have knowledge, and everyone we bring on here has some knowledge that you can take away from to help guide you on your own path.
Yeah.
You don't have to jump and like just follow people like mindlessly.
Yeah. Matt, you have anything from the previous episodes that you could think of?
Just it was basically the same kind of stuff that you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like for us, we're at another stage, but the same stage that they were at when they first started, because we're new to this podcast stuff. So we're kind of in a sense behind them, but we're still persevering. We're going through the same things that they're going through.
Yeah.
Or that they already have gone through.
I mean, look at the stuff that we've already had to go through. I mean, like OG Stever's episode, for those of you guys that don't know, we had to shoot that episode twice.
Yeah.
We went literally through like about an hour and a half, because the first episode was actually longer than the second. And
Shout out to him, bro. He's such a
beauty.
Yeah, like
Beauty.
I don't know. If that were me, I'd be like,
Dude.
damn, I don't know if I want to rerun this again. Like,
I
but-
literally look down and I click the record button and then it starts counting up. So I'm like, no. I started sweating, and Ashley looks at me and goes, "What's wrong?" And he did too, because you could see it. Like you could see it on me. Like I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I just fucked this whole thing up. And then we look at OG Stever, and he goes, obviously that's not the one that needed to go out. Let's run it back.
So everything happens for a reason.
And I
And
was
he
just
changed
like-
us. He changed all of our mindsets. He was the most like just content. He was like,
Wow.
all right,
Yeah.
if it didn't
That's
work out,
awesome.
like let's continue.
Like we're
Let's
all
do another
freaking
one.
out a bit, and this man's just chill.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, it's all good.
And that's a cool, his mindset was so cool right there, because it's like, and it happens all the time. It's like something happens that you didn't want to happen.
Yep.
Like just like that. And that's a big deal. Like we missed out on a lot right there. But what can you do? You can't go back in time and fix it. So
Yep.
sitting there like freaking out, being pissed, not going to change anything.
Nope.
You run it back. I had a sports psychologist. Like this guy was one of the first people to really open my mind up. Mr. Hoover, he's a high school teacher at Monarch High School, I think, and he's also a psychology teacher at one of the colleges. But back when I was playing like juniors, when I was in Dubuque, I was playing at a really, really awesome high level, and it's not that it was out of my caliber, but I was learning still. And
Yeah.
just like, even if I was Wayne Gretzky, like people make mistakes. So
Yeah.
this is what he taught me. Like, you're going to make a mistake in hockey, in life. You're going to make mistakes. You cannot plan to not make mistakes. Like that
Yeah.
is just insane. But all that really matters is how you rebound from that. And I mean this like a really good way, like in hockey, to look at it, so to relate, like you make a bad pass, like you make a turnover and you slam your stick, or you're like, you fuck, or you kind of throw your shoulders, or even if it's just one little mental like shit, yes, you made a mistake, but in that lapse of like recognizing it and being down on yourself, you've made another mistake, which is going to continue to make mistakes.
Yep.
And what you need to do is realize mistakes, shit happens.
Yep.
Like that's life. Shit fucking happens. But how are you going to rebound? So you make a turnover. It's not, oh shit, fuck this. It's boom, back check. I'm going to go get that puck right back.
Yep.
Yep.
Or what are you going to do because dwelling on that is just making more and more mistakes. It's just
Yep.
setting you back and further back. But just reacting, it's really not going to throw shit off that much. Like
Yeah.
if you make one mistake and then just go, like what is it really like?
Yeah,
What's the
exactly.
lapse there? Maybe
Yeah.
if it's even like, let's say the podcast we didn't record and he's like, I gotta go, and we bring him back the next day. What did we really like? What really did we miss? You know?
Yeah.
It's you just go. You just move
on.
forward.
Move forward. Yeah.
And it's kind of like a little practice section.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was good. And
Yeah.
it's just
Well, it loosened us up. Yeah. The second
Yeah.
time around, we weren't as stiff, and you hear. I mean, we say it in literally like the first couple of like seconds in the
Yeah.
podcast that like you were the first one to say it. You're like, I feel good, and I'm like, yeah, I feel loose. Like I'm
Yeah.
feeling good.
Yeah.
So it definitely helped a lot. Not only that, but it taught us our lesson. Like we look back on that and it's like, okay, Now we need a checklist.
Yeah, maybe a checklist.
Yeah, checklist. Check. So but luckily we have some people around us too, like Nico, who gave me that idea.
Yeah.
But
It's a great community of people.
yeah, seriously. But like 100%, like everybody, I feel like what a lot of these people out here, like, maybe some of you guys listening, there's something that you want to do. But everyone's always worried about the failures.
Yeah.
But like, that's the biggest lesson. Like, that's not like, you can't think of like
going to fail.
Yeah. But like, I think you guys need to stop seeing it as like seeing it as a failure.
Yeah.
You got to start saying to yourself, like, okay, I learned a lesson today.
Yeah.
I didn't fail today. I learned a lesson.
I love that.
And what was that lesson? Because every time you fail or every time you learn a lesson, it's just going to keep adding to that, jar of just like all these skills that you have accumulated.
Exactly. And in the book Outliers,
I love that book.
they talk about the 10,000 hours.
I have it over there.
It's an awesome book.
Yeah.
They talk about the 10,000 hours, getting all the practice that you need to get in to be. What do you remember exactly what it is? It's like 10,000 hours to be a master of something.
Yeah, someone like that. I know it was 10,000 hours. Yeah.
To perfect something.
I think it's to make it like reactional instead of like.
Whatever it is, it takes a shit ton of time to do, and you gotta just keep going. And just staying focused. Another cool thing that I just want to bring up really quick. One question that's gonna follow off of this, but I think it was awesome to see the two of our 4 guests who take cold showers regularly. I don't know if either of you guys are keeping up with that.
I haven't been.
But
no.
But
I mean, I keep up with them. Dang it.
Well, not keeping up with them taking cold showers like a creep, but
like I don't text them. I'm like, hey, you take your cold shower today?
Hey, you in your shower? I mean, we do Snapchat. Like, hey, I'm taking my cold shower today to keep people on check.
Yep. Which I have not.
But
I haven't really been either.
Yeah, I did a full month, only cold showers. Literally, Kayla was so done with me, and literally 2 to 3 cold showers a day, and I loved it. And then I took like a week or 2 off, and I just got into the habit, and I'm back on. I've been like back on for like 2 weeks again now. Fucking sucked again in the beginning. I couldn't get in. But the one thing that it brought me again to realize, just like the podcast, just like taking the first step, is everything is in your mind. Like, and I want to dive deep into this one day, but the like anxiety and like everything that worries people, I feel like, is just over perceiving something that hasn't happened yet.
Yep.
So like I've noticed, like, to put it easy into perspective, every single time I go to get in that cold shower, I step into the bathroom on the stupid cold tile at like 8 in the morning, and I'm like, fuck this. I want hot. I am so cold. And I stand in my shower, butt ass naked, with no water on, and I just like pace back and forth in like the shower, like going to do it. I'm like, fuck. And I just like sit there. And some days it's for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And some days, the best days, I walk straight in. I don't think about the future. I just walk in, go under the shower, turn it straight on cold, and I just stand there and start showering. And those days where I don't try to anticipate what's going to happen, I'll lock in, and those showers are like the easiest thing ever. I sit there, like, I don't even know if they're cold. Like, I second guess it. I'm sitting there and I'm like, is this even cold? But the days I think it, and I think it, the water kills me. Like, my mind takes over. So I think, like, take those first steps in life and anything you're doing, but like, understand that all those worries you're creating before you take that first step are like 80-70% of them are just made up in your mind, and they're never ever gonna happen. And even if they do happen, you're just gonna have to rebound from them. Like, it's inevitable. Like, just fucking go.
I would say, honestly, even more than 80%. I would say it's probably almost to like 99%. Most problems that people have, it's like all in their head.
Yeah.
And even if it's like something that's outside of like out of your control a bit, I mean, there's always a way to maneuver to like make the best of your scenario.
And that's the point that I will continue to bring up, I hope, in this podcast and throughout my life, because I'm loving my mindset on it, is like, everything is your perception.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's sitting in that car and thinking you're driving a Lamborghini, being in your box and feeling like you're in a mansion, or whatever you're perceiving is your reality. Like, perception is your reality.
Yeah.
Just Get that? Perception is your reality.
And I feel like that's what makes people happy, though, is how they perceive things.
Yeah.
Of course. That's all in the mind.
Exactly.
And maybe that should be the real question. Like, how do you perceive happiness, or how do you perceive your reality to be happy?
Yeah.
Rather than like, does money define it?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't really matter. It's for people listening, like, and are really trying to take out, like, and struggling to find their happiness, or struggling to find what their aspirations are going to be in life. Because I think a lot of people go through that at a young age or at our age. And I'm not saying I know what I want to do for the rest of my life, but in a sense, by saying that, I do know what I want to do. I want to do this. I want to continue to live in my moment. Mm-hmm. And when I say that, I used to think like living in the moment meant not preparing it all for the future. But now I realize, like, you can very easily prepare and manifest and want things in the future and live in the present.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to master right now. And not it's not call you out at all. But I went to take a piss in the bathroom and I saw your manifest on the mirror. I didn't read them, but
you can
I
read
just
them.
saw the manifest there. And my dad used to do that. He probably still does. I'm probably going to start doing that because that's a really good spot to put them.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to probably just write perception is your reality across my mirror. So every time I go to walk in my shower, I can remember that and just turn the fucking shower on and turn your life on. Like, stop thinking.
Just write in big letters, stop being a bitch.
I mean, in blatant terms, yeah, just fucking do it. God. I love that.
Anything else for you, Matt? You have anything from past episodes? Anything?
I don't think so.
No?
Not that I could remember.
Do you have anything else that you want to touch on?
I
think we might. You guys can let us know actually really quick. We're thinking about going to smaller, like shorter episodes a bit. So you guys let us know if you like the smaller forms better or the longer forms.
And please be honest. Like, you're not gonna hurt our feelings at all if you want to say, like, we are still starting up. And I'm not saying we're doing this for you guys to like us, but obviously we do want to build a community and we want to start the right way. So we're not looking for followers. We're looking for like a community. So feel free to DM us. Feel free to personally message us on our Instagrams. Everything will be linked below. Feel free to comment in this video and just give us feedback, and honest feedback at what you like, what you don't like, and we're planning a lot of future things, so maybe we'll start linking those out to get your guys' point of views on them. But we do want to hear from you guys, and we really, really appreciate all the feedback already and all the views and support we've been getting. It's
been awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's
honestly.
seriously, like, I think I said the first episode, like, just coming here and talking to you guys, like, cameras out of it, microphones out of it, gets me like going for the week. So, like, to really see, like, it come to fruition and like people are enjoying it.
Yep.
It just keeps making it just awesome.
That more
exciting. I love
more
to
enjoyable.
build the mindset. And one really cool takeaway besides all the other ones is, like, getting these like big guys, not big in a sense yet, but like these really fucking awesome people to come tell their stories.
Yep.
So if any of you guys have some, like, know anyone that you think would be cool for this and you want to reach out to us, we're always open.
Reach out, let us know, but also don't be comment below. Let us know who you think would be a great guest on this show. And then I'll throw this out there now. We're thinking also about doing some like questions from you guys to bring onto the episode. So definitely don't be afraid. Throw who you think should be on this upcoming podcasts, and then we might reach out to you, and you guys can possibly ask your question to those people that maybe you never had the chance to. Yeah,
make sure you're just staying up to date on our Instagram. I would say that's where everything's going out right now. That's our platform. That's where we are going to be posting Q&As for our up and coming guests, some behind the scenes. You'll be able to maybe see some clips ahead of time. Maybe look into doing a Snapchat behind the scenes footage so you guys can see what's going on in like a couple of weeks. Sometimes we shoot like a week or two in advance, so you might see some super behind the scenes, top secret stuff here in the booth.
Yes, sir.
But just keep up to date with us, just so we can build the community and just keep getting stronger.
Yep. Do you guys have anything else? Anything you want to touch on?
Just hope you guys have a great day. It was great coming here this morning.
Thank you.
Continue building off the momentum we've built today. And once again, to everyone listening, perception is your reality.
Yes,
so keep
sir.
your mindset solid and locked. Perceive what you want to perceive, manifest it, and fucking live your life. Stop chasing your life and start living your life.
There we go. I fucking love it.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe wherever you're viewing or listening, and we will see you on the next episode. Peace.
Woo!
Hell yeah,
Woo! That was a great episode.
That was awesome.